Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Good morning. Myself, Dr. Hemali Shah. I'm serving in Gujarat Commerce College Morning as an assistant professor in statistics. My topic given to me is demographic statistics. So before wasting the time, we go for the demographic statistics. The word demography is derived from the Greek term demos, which means the people, and graphy means study of or description. If we combine these two terms, we can say that the demography is the description or calculation of the people. Okay. Today the word is generally used as the study of phenomena connected with human population or human beings, such as, for example, births, marriages, deaths, migration, and the factors which affect to them. I mean to say the factors is that age at marriage also affect the population. Caste of marriage also affect the population. The word demography is often used to refer to the study of population statistics. It is not only studies population statistics, but also the causes and consequences of population changes dependent on birth and death rates, which are influenced by social factor like I said age at marriage. Now the definition of demography. What is demography? Demography is the study of size of the population, or you can say size of for any region. What is the size of the population, territorial distribution, and composition of population. If there is any change in it, means change therein, the composition of such changes, which may be identified as natality. Natality means the death of child in womb of the mother, mortality, territorial movements, and social mobility. Demography is, this definition was given by Husserl and Duncan in 1959. Demography is the essential basis for understanding the human beings in the society. This definition was given by Kingsley Davis. What he wants to say, to know the population of a particular area, means he wants to know the population of a particular area. For district wise we can get nowadays from the census, from taluka wise sometimes we get, if NSSO do the survey regarding the population, we get different as per the plans, we get different answer of that particular area to ascertain as to which factors are influencing and the population of that particular area. The meaning is that which factors are influencing to the population of that particular area. Demographic statistics wants to explain the factors relating to changes in population. Due to births and due to deaths, due to migration, the population of that particular city may change. To study the population trends on the basis of the above three factors, means if population trend is increasing, then which is more responsible? Is it due to high birth, or is it due to low death, or is it due to a migration? Which factors affect that we want to know. What is the uses of demographic statistics? Demographic statistics is useful to know the trend of the population growth. Means every year, what is the growth? 2%, 1%, 3%, 5%. What is the growth of the population? To know the trends of birth, death, marriages, migrations, etc. Nowadays we can say birth rate and death rate both are decreasing in our country. Okay. And sometimes population of the country may decrease due to migration at abroad. Demographic statistics is useful for planning and evaluation of economical and social development. So the meaning is that here, if birth rates are more in a particular city or particular area, then government can decide whether they need to establish new schools or new colleges at that area or not. That can be decided by the government. Evaluation of economical and social development. So whatever development is being done in the society, that we can evaluate day by day, means year by year. Provides useful information for medical and pharmaceutical research. For example, due to some disease in particular area there is more deaths, then causes for that deaths, reasons for the death should be identified, and on the basis of the death, medical and pharmaceutical company may develop new drugs. So it is helpful to the medical and research, pharmaceutical research also. Life tables are useful to insurance company for deciding premium rates, because from the life table we can get the probability of life of the person, probability of death of the person, total age of the person, expected life of the person, and because of that expected life of any person in any particular area or any particular city or country we can know, and on the basis of that average age the company can decide the premium rates of the policies to decide the age of retirement. If the person is having more expectancy of the life, then in that basis the retirement date may be increasing. So to decide the age of retirement also it is useful. The rates of births, deaths, marriages, migrations are useful for public administration. As such, I said, if there is more births and the age group of suppose 0 to 14 years is more, then government has to take some decisions like in which area we have to open the school, in which area we have to open the college. If the population of 15 to 20 or 25 is going to be more in future, if we expect in this from the birth dates and marriages and migrations, then government can decide in whether how many new colleges should be established or how many new seats should be increased in the colleges. That can be decided by the government. On the basis of the vital data, government can decide economic and social policy and different plans to improve the social factors. Suppose in any particular city or for in a particular caste, suppose marriages are less or births are less, then to promote that caste or that city, government can make some plans. Say, nowadays we can see that child at the time of birth, female birth is decreasing in many city, and it is last that in Gujarat in Vapi city, there is the lowest female birth in all over India. So to promote the girl born child in Vapi city, we have to take some decisions. On the basis of this vital data, assess the demographic statistics assess the changes of the demographic process at different period of time within the same population. Means that population itself, if any process is going to be held, that we can decide. How to collect this demographic statistics? There are three methods for collecting demographic statistics. One is registration method, second is census method, third one is analytical method. What is registration method? Nowadays it is made by the government compulsory about the births and deaths registration. At the time of birth registration, the person has to give the age of mother and father, age of education of mother and father, then qualification of mother and father, everything can be given. Same way, at the time of death, we should know the cause of the death, age of the person, caste of the person, reason of the death. Everything should be mentioned in registration. What is census method? Census means that if we say that every 10 years in our country census is being held. During the census, the person may ask us everything. For example, how many two-wheelers are there? How many do you have four-wheeler? Do you have TV, fridge? Many times it is seen that people are having all these facilities, yet they are ignoring these facilities. So it is a request to the people that we should inform the truth, so that we can come to know about where we are staying at international level, what is our economic status, that we can understand. Analytical method. What is analytical method? On the basis of the census and registration based, during the between periods, means for example from the 2001 2011, directly we are doing census, but between that 2001 to 2011, if we want to know about projection of birth or death or migration, suppose a person is having cancer, and if we say that cancer was there in the cancer was the disease as a person have in the person, then many times they feel that it is bad, so people will not talk with us, or any these misconceptions are there, and because of that they are not specifying the cause of the death. The records of deaths are mostly incomplete, and because of that correct death rate cannot be obtained. How we can improve these demographic statistics? The record of birth and death should be made compulsory in all states. It is already made by the government, yet in remote areas it is not being done yet. A central organization should be framed, means at central level one organization should be framed, and that organization must be collecting that reliable information from all the states, and he must be coordinating from all the states which type of data they want. Even the formulas for obtaining the data and to calculate the data must be same in each and every state, so that we can compare easily. Same there, registers are maintained, but many times it is in that the registers are not up to date. So up to date registers must be maintained in each and every city. To get the complete information of birth and death, all information should be filled in the form. The importance of this demographic data should be explained to all the citizens, and some planning should be done to get their cooperation, so that we can get correct information from the people. And if possible, filling of the forms of registration of birth and death should be online in such a way that if any information is missing, then the person will not be able to fill up the form, and due to that he will have to fill each and every information. So, government should be strict to some extent, that if the person for example, if registration of birth is not there, then the child should not be given any education, or should not be supported any facilities, any scholarships, all that. And if death registration is not done, then policy must not be taken, and all that type of decisions, some harsh decision need to take. Crude death rate and standardized death rate, what is it? Actually, crude death rate is the formula is total number of deaths in a particular city for a particular region divided by total population of that particular city of that particular region in a particular year multiplied by 1000. In crude death rate, we are not considering age group. In general, we can say that the population, the city in which population of old age people is more, then it is obvious number of deaths of old age people will be also more. A standardized death rate is one type of again crude death rate that has been adjusted for differences in age composition between the region under study and the standard population. In other words, here we do not consider only total deaths and total population. It is obvious that the city in which neonatal and maternal facility is not more, the death of children will be more. And the city in which old age people are more, then due to age factor, the deaths of old age people will be more. So as per the age groups confirmation, we should adjust the death rate, and because of that we can compare that two city on the basis of the standardized death rate. So to compare two regions as per death, standardized death rates is used. Crude death rate considers total deaths and total populations only, and in reality Population as well as age specific death rate will not be same in each and every city. So standardized death rate is better measurement to compare two regions. The formula for CDR means crude death rate is total number of deaths, total number of population into 1000, where here what is meaning of summation dx is total number of deaths of a particular city for a particular period divided by total population of that particular city for a particular period. Standardized death rate summation xw divided by summation w into 1000. Here the meaning of x is death rate per 1000 means for each and every specified age group death rate. W means here we have taken the weightage for a standard city. In general it is said that when it is already not specified that which city is standard, then we should consider the city as a standard whose CDR is less. And if you are already said that if you are given in the example two cities, suppose city A and city B, city A is a local city and city B is a standard city, then obvious city B is standard city, so weightage is given to standard city B, that is standard city. Consider now the following example. I want to compare these two cities. Here it is given that town A is a local town and town B is a standard town. So already I am said that town B is a standard city. I am given population of city A, town A, number of deaths of town A, standard population of town B, means town B is considered standard city, population of town B and number of deaths. Now I want to find crude death rate of town A. You can see that here total number of deaths of town A is 1072. Total population of town A is 64,000. So 1072 divided by 64,000 into 1000 will give you crude death rate of city A. So 1072 divided by 64,000 into 1000. We are getting the answer 16.75. Now same way I want to find crude death rate of town B. So total number of deaths of town B, that is 1066, divided by total population, that is 60,000 into 1000. So